Hey, it's Blonde here, and welcome to the Vortex Energy Podcast. This is a place to slow down, soften the nervous system, and reconnect with your highest self. We'll be exploring energy, awareness, and conscious living so you can meet life with more clarity, ease, and presence. Today, we're talking about how to rewire your brain. Your brain is already predicting your future. And there are three things about your brain that aren't opinions. These are facts. First, your brain is a prediction machine. Everything you experience, emotions, reactions, decisions, behavior, it's all filtered through your nervous system, expecting what to happen next. You are not responding to reality. You are responding to the prediction that your brain makes about what reality it believes is coming. Let that sink in. Second, your sense of identity is not truth. It is a forecast. Third, the brain does not experience time the way a clock does. What that means is when you put these three things together, prediction, identity as a forecast, and time distortion, something important becomes really clear. Most people stop changing after about age 25, which that statistic really shocked me. Not because potentiality disappears, but because the brain decides it has seen enough. And it says, hey, this is who you are now. From that point on, the nervous system becomes a gatekeeper. It allows in thoughts, behaviors, and opportunities that match the established version of you. Everything else gets filtered out. But here is where it gets interesting. When researchers study imagination, they find something quite unexpected. The brain uses the same neural networks to imagine the future that it uses to remember the past. Same channels in your brain. It can literally not differentiate between a vision of your future and a memory of your past. So creating future visions as a memory is a really clear path on how to do that. And we'll be talking and doing a short little meditation. So stay with us here. And if you want to like and follow us, that would be awesome. So understand that the same neurons that remember your childhood classroom are used to imagine your future home years from now. Neurologically, the future is treated like a memory you haven't lived yet. And so this is why expectation changes behavior. This is why optimism improves outcomes. This is why trauma continues to reshape decision-making as you move forward. The brain doesn't see the future, it is predicting it. Then it adjusts your behavior to match that prediction. Every version of you already exists as a neural pattern in your brain. The confident one, the exhausted one, the courageous one, the shy one. So if your identity is a forecast and behavior follows that forecast, then changing your future is not about willpower, affirmations, or forcing positivity. It's about updating your brain's prediction of future potentialities. You don't have just one future. You have thousands, actually millions of possible futures. Each one is attached to a different version of you that your brain could inhabit right now. Nothing outside needs to change first. What changes is your choice, your selection. You could choose a different identity. You could choose different actions. You could choose different opportunities. Hence, you can choose different outcomes. This is not metaphysics. This is behavioral science. When you imagine something vividly, the brain does not distinguish between real and vividly simulated. It responds to the pattern. A coherent internal image updates the nervous system quickly. This doesn't take months, it takes minutes. That is why moments of clarity feel so life-altering, because they are. It is never the moment itself that changes everything. It's the identity shift that collapses future possibilities and future potentialities into a new trajectory. Once an image is encoded in your brain, the system starts behaving as if it has already lived it. So let me give you a simple example. Imagine a person at a fork in the road. Same day, same life, same circumstances. In one version, they choose what they've always chosen. The decision matches their history. In the other version, nothing external changes, but they choose the other road. And then the internal shift occurs. They stop assuming they will be ignored. Maybe they stop assuming conflict equals danger. Maybe they stop assuming honesty will be punished. Those simple shifts change everything downstream from that. It might mean that the email gets sent out. It might mean that the conversation you've been waiting to have with someone important actually happens. It may mean that boundaries are clearly set, calmly, without aggression. New opportunities can appear, not because the world changed, but because our perception changed. And that is how fast the shift occurs. Now, notice something quietly. Your attention is already different than it was a few moments ago. The mind leans forward when something is unfamiliar. It softens when it senses space. You're not just doing this, your somatic system is adjusting on its own. You may notice the weight of your hands, the air on your skin, the room feeling slightly softer at the edges. This is the mind preparing to think in a new way. Somatic systems change state when conditions change. No effort is required. Just reorganizes itself completely naturally. And people are somatic systems. Let's do a quick little visualization and meditation on this. So if you would, let's see, sit quietly, and please don't do this if you're driving. And calm your breath. Calm your mind. Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself not as a story or a personality, but as a field of all future potentialities. Imagine the lines extending forward, each with its own emotional tone. Some are bright, some are faint, some are clear, some are undefined. You're observing from just around the field, looking all around you 360 degrees. As you view various lines, some feel heavy, some feel light, some feel really vibrant, and some lines absolutely, totally feel like home. Feels like home in a way that feels totally natural. Allow that upgraded version of you to walk slightly ahead of you in the field of infinite possibilities. And as you get closer to one line, notice how the field reorganizes itself. Some paths fade away, other paths are opening up. You're not choosing yet, you're simply sensing and noticing, observing. One of these futures may pull your attention slightly, not logically, but pulling your whole body in that direction. If the information fades, that's okay. The nervous system is storing the information anyway. Now notice the unexpressed possibilities behind you. Notice how much remains unused, and that's okay. And as you look around in your field of view of all of the future potentialities, let one version, one line that feels like home, Step towards that. Notice this shadow of yourself, this future self, stepping forward as a silhouette. Notice your future self's emotional signature. Notice its emotional clarity. Notice the steadiness, the feeling of self-belonging. Allow your breath to align with that future vision of yourself. Soften your jaw. Soften your face. Allow your chest to expand. Allow your thoughts to quiet. This is true resonance with the field. Now imagine standing with that version of yourself in an open space. No path chosen just yet. A full horizon. Lines and future potentialities extending in every direction. Each line a future possibility. At the center is you. Not the predicted you from the past. The one who chooses the you that you desire. As you move closer to one line, the field reorganizes. Some paths fade. Others brighten. This is what happens when your identity becomes clear and decisive. Step forwards now along that path, towards the boundary of that line. Step through into this new field you've chosen. Notice the subtle pressure shift. This is what commitment feels like in the nervous system. Take a moment and walk a little way into this future. Notice how this version moves, speaks, chooses. Look to your left, and now look to your right. Feel what it feels like in this future version of you. Notice how this version stands, walks, holds themselves. This is not fantasy. This is a briefing from your future self delivered somatically through your entire body. And now picture yourself just a few days ahead in this vision of you. Feel how you move. Feel how you wake up. Feel how you make choices. Let all of that information flow into you like the way a soft sunlight bathes you in the morning as you stand. Allow the light and energy to flow through you. Return to the center, carrying that sensation with you. Notice how the old timelines start to fade and disappear without any effort. Observe the system is already reorganizing. You will not return as the same prediction you once held in your brain. This is how you rewire your brain. The trajectory has completely shifted. The next hours and days will organize themselves differently. When it feels right, open your eyes and bring this upscaled version of you into the present, into right here, right now. For it is always right here, right now. So thank you so much for spending time at the Vortex. If this episode supported you, take a moment to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Until next time, stay present and stay connected. Love you.